Hi everyone. Thank you APSSTC, Naipunya Vikasam, Functional English and Life Skills, Schoolnet, India Limited. I am D. Someswari, working as Functional English and Life Skills Trainer, AP Balayogi Gurukulam JC at Kambalapadu in Kurnool district. Now we will discuss about understanding communication. Developing communication skills are more important for both professional life and private life. Now, let's know about what is communication. Communication is simply the act of transferring information from one place, person, or group to another. Every communication involves at least one sender, a message, and a recipient. Now, let's know about what is understanding communication. Every receiver who enters into the communication process brings with them their own ideas and feelings that influence their understanding of your message and their response to it. That means it is your job as the sender to take these ideas and feelings into consideration when drawing up your message. How do we communicate? Did you know that anytime you can communicate with another person, you are using the communication process? To be an effective communicator, you need to make sure that your messages are clear, concise, accurate, and well planned. To develop our understanding communication skills, there are some points. Let's see. 8 essential components of communication. In order to better understand the communication process, we can break it down into a series of 8 essential components. They are source, message, channel, receiver, feedback, environment, context, and interference. Let's see first one, source. The source imagines, creates, and sends the message. In a public speaking situation, the source is the person giving the speech. The speaker begins by first determining the message, what to say and how to say it. The second step involves encoding the message by choosing just the right order or the perfect words to convey the intended meaning. The third step is to present or send the information to the receiver or audience. Second one, message. The message is the stimulus or meaning produced by the source for the receiver or audience. When you plan to give a speech or write a report, your message may seem to be only the words you choose that will convey your meaning. The message also consists of the way you say it in a speech, with your tone of voice, your body language, and your appearance. And in a report, with your writing style, punctuation, and headings and formatting you choose. Third one, channel. There are countless different channels that you can use to send your message. Verbal communications channels include face-to-face meetings, telephone and video conferencing, while written communication include letters, reports, emails, instant messaging, and social media posts. You might also want to include videos, photos, illustrations, or charts in your message to emphasize your main points. Different channels have different strengths and weaknesses. For example, it is not particularly effective to give a long list of directions verbally, and you will be better off delivering sensitive feedback in person rather than via email. Fourth one, receiver. No doubt you will want your audience members to react in a certain way or to take a specific action in response to your message. Remember, though, that each person is different and will interpret it subjectively. Every receiver who enters into the communication process brings with them their own ideas and feelings that influence their understanding of your message and their response to it. That means it is your job as the sender to take these ideas and feelings into the consideration when drawing up your message. Fifth one, feedback. Your audience will likely give you feedback as soon as it is seen or heard your message. This might include verbal or non-verbal reactions. Pay close attention to these as they will reveal whether your audience truly understood your message. If you find that there has been a misunderstanding, try to adapt the message. For instance, if you are talking about a complex subject, find a simpler way to communicate it. Could you break it down into steps or remove technical jargon? This will make it easier for everyone in your audience to grasp the subject matter, no matter their background knowledge. Sixth one, context. The context is the situation in which you deliver your message. This may include the current political and social environment or the broader culture. Seventh one, environment. The environment is the atmosphere, physical and psychological, where you send or receive messages. The environment can include the tables, chairs, lighting, and sound equipment that are in the room. The room itself is an example of environment. As a speaker, your environment will impact and play a role in your speech. It is always a good idea to go check out where you will be speaking before the day of the actual presentation. Eighth one, interference. Interference, also called noise, can come from any source. Interference is anything that blocks or changes the source's intended meaning of the message. For example, if you drive a car to work or school, chances are you were surrounded by noise. Car horns, billboards, or perhaps the radio in your car interrupted your thoughts or your conversation with a passenger. These are how to improve our understanding communication process will help you. Now, let's know about how to remove barriers from the communication process. Barriers to communicate can pop up at any stage of this process. So, to deliver your messages effectively, you must break down these. Let's begin with the message itself. If your message is too lengthy, disorganized, or is full of jargon or errors, it will likely be misunderstood and misinterpreted. It might even make your recipient confused or angry. Using poor verbal or body language can also muddle the message that you are trying to send. When we communicate with another person, to remove barriers from the communication process. Thank you, everyone.